What's good, Emo? So today we're gonna do a little bit of stretching today, and I'm actually gonna spend a lot of time right here. This is a true stretch, I guess you can call it, system. And I have one at my gym. You might have one at yours, or a better one, or an upgraded one. But essentially, I'm gonna just show you how I like to use it, and I want to see how you guys like to use it, and give you some tips on some of the ways that I've learned have been effective for things that I'm working on. So a few of the things I am working on is hip mobility, and a lot of it's going to be based around like rotation and flexibility because I spend a lot of time editing and things like that, doing content, and then outside of that, I'm at the gym or I'm helping you guys or I'm walking around and stuff like that. But I do spend a lot of time at computers, instruments, and things like that. So my basic mindset around stretching is loosening up and finding new ranges of motion as well as like new feelings and spaces and muscles to use and things like that. So one thing I like to use here is these bars up front where you can stand pretty close and you can grip them and then you can use them to kind of straighten your posture and you'll feel a lot of muscles in your shoulders all the way down your back start to move. But you see as I'm moving my fingers and things like that, I can feel more muscles in my arms and things like that moving. And then as I move forward and back, I can feel different angles of the muscle. If I pull harder, I can feel more muscles activating. And I'll just hold and breathe and just slowly move in different areas while I'm breathing. I like doing this because it feels really good once you let go and you release. But then you can step back in there and do another one. And it's the same concept when I do these stretches for the chest and the upper shoulder. It's the same concept. Stretch out as far as you comfortably can and just hold and breathe. And here I feel like a lot of new muscles the longer I can practice this because I'm trying to get strong enough to do calisthenic push-ups. I mean pull-ups, not push-ups. And there are a lot of muscles in the back that I have not activated or haven't strengthened. Another thing too you can focus on is when you're moving in and out of positions, focus on how you do it because there are tiny little muscles in between transitions that you will use, but not very often. That can help with a lot of other movements. So like your serratus, your adductors, abductors, tiny little muscles like that that we don't really think about when we're like lifting our knees, stretching our legs, and things like that. We always think quads, hamstrings. Okay, so I'm still gonna work from the top down. Now I'm gonna stretch the upper back. And here I'm just leaning forward, allowing my arms to kind of rest on the bar up top. But I'm also getting a big stretch in the lats as well, which is the big muscles in my back. So now I'm gonna get some rotation in the lats. And using the bars on the side, I can get deeper into the stretch. Don't neglect your neck too. You can always rotate your neck in different spaces and you'll feel your spine. Love you for it. And always try your best to do both sides with as much or as equal time as possible. But sometimes it can be difficult because, one side may be tighter than another. So but listen to your body. Now I'm gonna go to the other side. And all I'm essentially doing here is rotating the body. So my right arm is holding on to an anchor, and then I'm twisting outwards to the left, which is stretching my chest and a bit of my arm. And then I can find different angles in the back that I can feel out with each deep breath that I take. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but from the top. So essentially, I'm gonna hold the anchor from behind and then lean into it. So I have to go further. You can do this from side angles, all kinds of different angles. All right, so now we got a little bit of core rotation. I feel good on my arms and shoulders and my neck. Now we can start working lower back and legs. And we can do all of those muscles in pretty big stretches, so it won't take as long. So what I like to do is to first start with a little bit of stretching in the calves because it's going to help with these lunges we're going to do. And then after this, we're going to start doing lunges. And these lunges are basically dynamic movements that I kind of practice where I'll put one leg up and I'll rotate either behind it or in front of it and then find space leaning forward and backwards or around the position I'm holding. You'll see. There's a better way to explain it, but my brain is like not working right now. But essentially, you're going to basically split your legs forward and backwards and then find all the space in between that position. And it should take about, I want to say like 7 minutes, like 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes on each side. A little longer depending on how tight I am today, but that's pretty much the goal. All right, so I think first we're going to start with the left leg. Yeah, my calves are really, really tight. Okay, so we're going to start with the left leg, and then we're going to work our way through. And we're essentially going to go forward and back, then left and right. So left leg up, and then we're just going to push forward as deep as we can, and then hold. And come back. We're going to do a few reps of this, and then we're going to slowly get either deeper or I'm going to find a different angle. One thing I do notice here is when I'm coming back to the top of this movement, like there's a really good stretch right here. But then when I get back to here, there's a bit of like stabilizing that's happening. So I want to be aware that I'm not really sure how to control it and use it, but it feels like I'm preparing for a jump, so I want to manage that. And I can feel the muscles warming up and loosening up too. This feels really nice. This would probably be great in the morning. Okay, so without tiring out the muscle already, it's in like the hip flexors and stuff like that, I'm gonna actually do some holds, some static holds. And static holds are where you basically just hold a position and allow the muscles to adjust to the position you're holding. So I'm gonna get as deep as I can. That's comfortable right here. And so right here is usually where I'll start finding space. And these bars help a lot. So I can hold here and take a deep breath. And with that, I actually feel a little more space to sink into. Another deep breath. And so I'm going to turn clockwise outward and then lean forward because I do feel some space on like the outer edge of my left hip. Similar to the front, we're going to do some reps to the side too. So now I think we can start to rotate back to the other side. But I do want to check the front one last time. We'll do one more front. That feels good. All right, so now we'll rotate to the back. Now these are usually very tight for me. Yep, very tight. So with this, I'm gonna hold for a second and then I'm gonna lean into it. So the difference here in this stretch that I'm feeling is that it's getting tough to stay turned this way. But it's not tough to go forward, so it's a different space that I'm working on. I think I'll do like two more of these. I'm feeling a deeper rotation and my back is cracking too. But I'm gonna lean forward, get a little more space in these hips. So as you can see, it takes clearly a lot longer than like 3 or 4 minutes for one side. But that's depending on how much work you need and want to do. Like I'm trying to do a lot today, so. All right. So I think we're good on this side. So this leg feels good. The glute feels loose. The hamstrings feel loose. My calves feel loose. My feet are a little tight, but I do feel a lot better. So now let's get to the other side. So the other side, same thing. We'll start with the front. We're going to start with the side, going counterclockwise this time, and then we'll go clockwise to get the outside of the hip, and then we'll finish off. So let's go. So we're going to start with the front, deep as we can. Let's see how far the stretch we can go. See, nowhere near like the other side. So we got to work a little gentler. Because there's a lot of space here that I can work with, but I have to work up to it. Let's get it. That feels really good. Okay, I think I'm gonna go one more, and then at the bottom of this one, I'm gonna hold the position. Okay. So right here is where I feel a stop, but I do feel like there's more space. And stretch through it a little bit. Hold it. Now breathe. So now we're gonna come back out. And we're actually gonna do counterclockwise. We're gonna hold this turn, this rotation. And I already feel my hip kind of like loosening up and popping. All right, so now we're gonna go forward still. We're still going forward. So this actually isn't as bad as the other leg. This one isn't nearly as bad as far as tightness. So what I'll do now is I'm gonna reach forward. Yeah, this still feels good. So I think we don't have to spend much time here. So now let's get to this side. This side feels extremely tight. So I'm gonna lean down into this one. Sheesh. Yeah, so I feel it lighten up the whole side of this leg here. So I'm gonna hold this and breathe into it, and I actually want to rotate further. And I'm gonna use the bars. You can also feel sometimes when you're holding things in positions like this, your fingers have like tiny muscles that need stretching. So move those around too. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the front. We're gonna do some reps in the front because I feel the blood flowing now. So let's go. That was a lot deeper than when we started. But again, we want to stay controlled. As excited as I am to burst out like 3 of these reps, we're still going to control it all the way through. Yeah, this is intense. All right, so now we have this move that I kind of worked on where instead of just going forward and backwards and rotating, we're now going to lean left and right, depending on where the tightness lies in our hips. So I still feel tightness, but in a stretch like this, I can reach those areas. So now I'm creating kind of like an arc on one chain on one side of my body. And usually here I just hold and use the bars to kind of crawl and creep through different rotations of space. So like these bars up top allow me to kind of adjust how deep of an arc. Then the bars in front of me and beside me help me determine how deep of a rotation. Mm. So I can feel this whole side loosening up. I think we're good. So now we do one more side, and I think that's pretty much it for this. And then we can go lift. And that's pretty much my stretching leg warm up that I like to use this jungle gym for. The only other difference I might add is more reps. There might be more reps included on a tight or cold day. Or I might include a few more calf stretches, but other than that, this is what I like to use this for. And it really does alleviate a lot of my back tightness and soreness. I never really have back pain, but I think that's it. I think we're good, y'all. So if you want more videos like this, make sure you let me know, and I'll be sure to get it done. But I'm out, y'all. I'm about to bust out the rest of this workout. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.